Even now, in late summer, there are those whose livelihoods depend on the weather.
We are obsessed with the weather forecast.
Brits have one last chance to enjoy the fruits of the season. This is the final chapter in our story of the Great British Summer. In the Cornish coastal town of Bude, surf instructor Scott Marshall's still hanging out in his shorts and flip-flops. Scott's been busy this summer catching the Cornish waves. But despite the great weather, his surfing students are heading home. But before winter comes, there's something Scott's desperate to do. All summer, he's heard stories of sharks in the sea around Bude. And now, he wants to see some for himself. It's his last chance, and he's going to need some expert help. Shark scientist Richard Pearce follows sharks wherever they go.
You're cutting a bit fine with the tide.
Yeah.
He's travelled Australasia and the Americas, but this summer he's spent at his home in Bude, studying sharks off the Cornish coast. It's mainly blue sharks he's seen, but there are rumours of a great white out there somewhere.
Some lumps coming up, so get ready.
They're heading 20 miles out to sea, where there's the best chance of a shark sighting, and Scott's hoping to get in the water with them. Blue sharks like the warmer water, but the sea temperature out here is about to drop, and they'll soon be gone. It could be a long time before they're back.
Blue sharks are highly migratory. Blue sharks caught off Cornwall have turned up in the South Atlantic, they've turned up off the North American coast, having completed the sort of circular North Atlantic migration. Sure, you may remember...
Shark numbers have taken a hammering around the world from us humans.
We're killing 100 million sharks a year.
For food?
For fins to stick in bowls of soup. And we, Europe, are the biggest offenders.
Huh.
And you know, people like me, shark conservationists, are trying to get something done about that because we're wiping them out.
That's sad.
The ones that are left are harder to find in the vastness of the ocean. If you want to see them, you have to get them to come to you with bait. A freshly caught mackerel mixed with bran, what they call Cornish chum, should do the trick.
Slippery little suckers.
This concoction's stuffed in a bag and tied to the side of the boat. Not very scientific, but it's meant to work.
So, Scott, you can see all those speckles?
Yeah.
All the particles, which is now full of oil and blood and other delicious stuff. It's going to head back in a oily slick you'll see on the top. Anything out there should come looking for us. For looking for you, actually.
Will we see a fin?
May well see a fin. You may well see a fin.
All that Scott will have between him and the hungry blue sharks is a small cage tethered to the side of the boat.
Well, it's pretty sturdy.
Scott's starting to get a little wary.
It's quite tight. I was expecting it to be a lot bigger.
Richard Pearce has studied and spotted sharks for over 20 years. He knows their habits inside out, but even he needs a large dose of luck.
Fingers crossed, arms crossed, legs crossed, and wait for your shark.
As the shark cage is lowered into the water, Scott's nerves are starting to show.
Here we go.
I am bloody nervous, but at the same time excited, yeah?
In a cage, floating in mackerel blood, well, all Scott needs now is the sharks to show up. "20 miles off the coast of Cornwall, Scott and the crew of the Mantis have almost given up waiting for the arrival of the blue sharks. But Scott's in for a surprise.
thought I just heard the sound of dolphins.
Oh, you may well have done.
Like a real high-pitched squeal.
The boat, right under the cage.
There they are. A pod of dolphins arrives. Always
beautiful.
good value.
Did you see that there?
They are so loud. And they're just like, ooh.
This unexpected visitor's become an increasingly common sight of summer around our coast. But dolphins and sharks don't mix, and Richard can read the signs. Today's abundance of dolphins means no sharks. But Scott's going home happy.
I'm feeling on top of the world. I heard some dolphins, and then next thing I knew, I turned round, and there they were. A beautiful pod of dolphins, just kind of really up close. So that was really cool to see. Wow! Check it again. Ew!
All summer, Scott's been putting off the bigger decisions about his life, reflecting on his surf dude lifestyle and whether he should leave Cornwall for London.
I'm 32 years of age. I kind of feel that I need to think about the future, and I'm like at a crossroads. I need to decide some major things about where I'm going with my life.
As the Bude summer season draws to a close, Scott's run out of time. He must decide. Scott has finally come to a decision to leave Cornwall and his surfing lifestyle behind. He's heading to London to pursue his fledgling career as a photographer.
Yeah, it's a big decision. It's a life-changing decision. It's not going to be easy. I know that. It'll be a struggle. But I hope I'll thrive on the struggle. But right now, I have to stop carving up waves and start carving out a career.
For Scott, it means leaving behind his sun, sea and surf lifestyle. And at 32 years old, the creature comforts of living with Mum and Dad.
I'm gonna miss this place. I'll miss the water, I'll miss my family. But this is what I want, and I've got to go and make it happen. So, at the same time that I'd love to stay here and it'd be like just one long summertime, I've actually got to get it together and do it for me.
The summer heatwave may have been a bit too much in the city and brought home concerns about our changing climate. But at the coast, the good old British seaside holiday was back. And it was a productive summer for those in the garden or on the farm. That was the Great British Summer 2006. All in all, I'd say it was vintage.